So last week we showed you this S3 that Joe bought from a private seller in Birmingham, and while stripping it down, apart from the obvious damage, we also came across something that made us think somebody had already been here.
Looks like some pigeons been welding it. That's a nice repair, that. Well, I think whoever done the facelift on the front end must have been a carpenter. We've got a nice little wood screw in there. Back on with the S3 today. Last video went down really well, so thanks for that. Start of the week we've had the window put in by Carly, so we'll throw it back before we move forward. Right, we've got Carly windscreen here today, chucking a new screen in the S3. Danny will get some little clips of him pulling it out and putting it back in. You don't want to be on camera, but he's got no choice. It's a bonnet.
I hope you got that on film.
Paul's face is when I put the camera on his face.
Oh, yeah, you do. It ain't gonna look good, I don't know on my film. This is my new apprentice, Joe. Very carefully, just turn it over, side it up a bit, and watch it up nicely down. Make sure it's square on.
It's got to come on this way, I think.
Well done, I say. Well done. Just hold it there, Joe. That's very good.
Does it mean I'm only going to pay you half the price?
Well, this side, if this side leaks, it's Joe's side.
Windscreen's done. Wasn't cheap because we've got the sensor and the radar in the window. So plan for today is attack the front end, see where we can get, hopefully get the Flitch in, wiring repaired, and maybe looking to get it panelled up, ready for the paint shop. But we'll start off by getting the new gas strut on the bonnet. That way I can have the bonnet open without it nearly falling on my head. Well, these are nice and easy to fit, just two little clips. You semi-pull them out with a screwdriver. Don't pull them out all the way because once you flick one of them off, they're a nightmare to get back on. So if you just half lift them out, if you're going to reuse it, that is. Obviously, if you're taking it off the front of the bin, it don't really matter. Yeah, so semi half the way out, the clip, little flathead or trim tool, and that's off. That's it, John. Here's a new Flitch I've bought from TPS. As you can see, you can replace the old outer skin back to the A post basically. So it'll split below that sealer, across there and under there. But what I'm thinking is, the kink's there, the damage is there. So what I'm going to try and do first is remove that outer piece, that little join there. And if there's no damage behind that piece, I'm then going to drill this carefully, the new one, and remove that end cap and put that on. That way it saves me disturbing all the factory sealer along there, down there, around there, and a lot more drilling and welding for no reason. Where if I take that off and it is damaged and I have to change it, it's no more work. So yeah, we might get lucky by just being able to change that end cap. So you can see here, it's just overlapped, spot welded. Right, so on the old panel, I'm just literally going to belt sand, spot weld, just quicker and I found it's easier than drilling in the past. But then on the new panel I'd have to drill it, so I'm left with the nice clean panel with holes in, where this one just linish it off and be fine. So you can see I've got the spots off while using the belt sander. Really, you should just peel back. Left. Yeah, there we go. One of the knacker pieces out. But you can see that's straight. I think that end's just fractionally bent in there. We could just knock that out a little bit. And it's just this inner one, just go straight in there. And I think we'll get away with putting the end piece in. Should be the last one. You can see how I've separated it. Just drilled the spot welds this time rather than using the belt sander. And yeah, that's the piece we're going to be using. By the way, is it? Stuck on the old weld there. It's in the shower. Got the new front piece just held on with a couple of clamps. It's lined up pretty well, to be fair. One of those spurious panel, it's a bit flexy, that'll bolt in. But the line here is nice, the lines there is nice. I'm now with a marker, just going to mark a few holes where I've got to drill the new panel for the spots to get to the old panel. Same across the bottom here. But if you look on the inside, it is butting up pretty well. Just got to clamp it up like that. When it's clamped, weld it together. Job done. I've got the end of the flitch lined up. It's got a couple of small tech screws just holding it in place at the minute. Reason one, it holds it for now, just so I can line it up. But two, when we come out the units, the welder I had was 3-phase, and we got 3-phase in the garage, so I sold that welder and I stayed replaced it. Yeah. I was going to order one in the week, but I still want to go out for the weekend. It's now Sunday, and then I would have had to get gas as well. Someone was meant to borrow me a welder for the weekend, and guess what? Loosed me down, as they do. Do you know when you need a favour, you always get loosed down? So yeah, so worst case, I'm going to get it back off, put some well-through primer on it, clean it all up, well-through primer, and then put screws back in, and get man like Bunce to weld it up when it's in the body shop, having the front end painted. That's the other option. Unless I replace the welder in the next couple of days, which is unlikely. So yeah, that's lined up. Next up, we're just going to bend some of this sill back down here, and then we'll start trying to line up the wing I've bought for it, and say the wing lines up to the bonnet. I've ordered headlights, that should be here mid-week. So if we get the wing sort of lined up for now, then when the headlight comes, that, then the bumper. Let's take a look here. I've straightened up all the sill where it was all bent, lowered it there, pulled all that back around and just straightened it all. So once the body shop's tidied that area up and the side skirt can be bonded back on, that'll fit alright, that will. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to test fit the wing, see if that all lines up, and then we've got the chassis to wing bracket. I'll put that on after, because I've then got to tidy up that little bit there and put that bracket on. I need a new fuse box. I did manage to get a wing off eBay in black. It is a different shade of black though. Won't be ideal for the paint shop to, because it's already based up. So basically we're just scotching back and repainting it. But yeah, we'll just try it on. some bolts in my pocket. Not too bad, is it? A little bit of adjustment. The bonnet needs to come down a little bit. See if we can wind that down on the rubbers. But obviously when that other bracket and that's in, I'll probably even it out. So all the final adjustments will be done once it's fully fixed up. There you go. What I could do is closing that gap up just that little bit more. But yeah, let me know what you think. Would you have done the Flitch like that? What do you think of the progress? Get in the comments. Right, wing back off and we'll try and fit. Oh, I'll grab that bracket. So it's basically that. That fits to the chassis leg. I think it's that way. And then the wing bolts to it there. So yeah, I'll get that back off, strip some stuff out that area, and we'll get that fixed on. Got some more bits just turned up for the S3. You just seen me about to fit this bracket, which I did. So now I'll show you that. That's all bolted on. The wing's all solid. That's bolted in. One of the parts that have just arrived is the headlight, which is a sore subject. Of course, the price of this light, second hand, cost me 550 quid. I was hoping I'd get one for like 250, 300 quid, well, I was wrong. Bonus, hopefully it's a bonus anyway, just come with a piece of loom on it, where it's all mullered. I can hopefully reuse that piece, but for now, all I want to do is get the light in, offer the bumper up, see how it all lines up, and then we'll get it into the body shop hopefully. Well, it seems to be lining up pretty nice there, so we'll just lightly put a couple of bolts in, lower the bonnet, see how the line is there. I've noticed the front panel might need lifting very slightly there, or I'll see if I can adjust that headlight on the, there's like a winder. So just put a couple of bolts in. I ain't plugging it in because obviously the wiring's damaged. It is literally just for seeing how it lines up. Too oily, isn't he? Hit the bonnet there. See, that headlight's got to come down on that. Just got to tilt that out a little bit. That's that. Right, see the low's bare there. Gap's still a bit too big here at the top. It's okay there, yeah. Big there. But if you come on this side, it's okay there, tight there. So the bonnet's got to twist like that. So that has to take some adjustment there, slacken them off and literally just rotate the bonnet like that. Get that up. But leg it to the body shop because they'll take the bonnet off to paint it and the other panels. So what's the point of me lining it all up perfect now for it to come back off? Like I say, it's just got to twist. So let's try that bumper on. Actually, I've got some new bumper to wing brackets from TPS, and all the fixings, or should be all the fixings, for them to bolt on. So we'll pop them on first, and then that way we can clip the bumper in and just see how it sits. Well, it just looks like a couple of T30s. This bracket's broke. One there, one there. and I presume it bolts in from that way into the bumper when the bumper's fitted. Maybe we'll have a look. These wing brackets clipping at the front there does actually clip onto the headlight as well. There's a little clip here. 2 T30 Torx. I've put the front one in, brace you if the back one has to go in once the bumper's clicked in and then goes up into it. Obviously this was damaged, so I'm sure this one comes off. Either way, if I can get the bolt in after. So I'll just lower the car down and we'll offer that new front bumper on. So this is the bumper we've got. It is a spurious bumper, I had it off eBay. But to be fair, the mould don't look too bad. I needed to have the headlight washer jets in, parking sensor holes there. The only thing we have got to do is put parking sensor holes in the sides here. You can see them actually already marked out to drill, because the spec on this car, it actually has 6 parking sensors in the front bumper, 6 in the back. The other 2 in the grille. We could not get a bumper with all 4 holes already in. Even if I got one from TPS, you have to drill the holes. So I'll give the body shop the extra brackets off the old bumper if we can get them off. Get them to drill them on. So if they mess you up, it's sorted. Scratching the ink. This is how you put a bumper on. Always get someone to help you. Obviously, this is going to the paint shop. There we go, there's the bumper in. That looks like it needs heating up a little bit, but when the grill's all clipped into place, after that the grill will pull that up to there. As you can see, it's probably just been sat in the box, and yeah, just bent the tops over. Should we close the bonnet, see how it looks? Because it looks a bit daft because of that and no grill. Don't fit too bad, does he? Obviously the ones are in the proper place. But yeah, don't fit too bad, fits nice around the wing, nice around the light. Same this side, you gotta show the light. For a spurious bumper, that don't sit too bad, seems there's not one screw holding that in. Last couple of bits I'm going to put on before it goes to the paint shop. Scut panel I got off eBay, and the wipers. Well, that's the car ready for the paint shop. Once it comes back, we've got wiring repairs. We're going to have to build the bumper up, all the arch liners, seat belts. I'll have to go back and we're sending them off to the airbag team. Well, they went this morning. The wheel, I took the wheel off and just put a donor wheel on so I can get a tyre on that white at the paint shop. And then we'll do a couple of little mods on it, I think, just a couple of little aesthetic mods. And give it a good clean, see what it's like. If you like this kind of content and you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, drop us a comment, let us know what you think of the videos and what you think of the car. Just want to say thanks to everybody who watched and subscribed to the last video. That's now got us over 3,000 subs. So yeah, keep hitting that subscribe button if you ain't. Also, if you watched our last little series on the Polo GTI, that car's now listed for sale. Picture up here somewhere. So if you're interested in that car, drop us an email or through the social media, get in touch. But yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, get involved in the comments, and we'll see you when it's back from paint.